Hello, hey guys, what's up? It's Foster from English Nui Cru. Just a quick heads up before we get started. The newest version of Sound School, Sound School 4.0, is coming out next week, and applications are currently open. So if you're interested in improving your English, if you like this show, then Sound School is probably a good fit for you. So if you're interested, go to EnglishNuiCru.com and fill out the application. It only takes a few minutes to do to make sure that you are a good fit for the course. So again, if you are interested in Sound School, if you're interested in working with me and Alexia personally, if you're really serious about your English, check out English Nui Cru. So on the show today, we are going to examine at least one of my favorite parts of Sound School, which is called Ask Me Anything. And essentially, once a week, Alexia and I take all of the questions that we have received from our students and we record an audio answering them. Sometimes the questions are about pronunciation, sometimes vocabulary, grammar, prepositions, but sometimes they are just about random things. And I love this part of the course so much because occasionally you just need some clarification. You just need to ask a native speaker a question. And this is really cool and sounds cool because you can do it directly with us. But another way you can do this is with Cambly. So Cambly, you have 24/7 access to professional native teachers on demand. It's like Netflix for your English. It is really, it's awesome. You guys know it is awesome, but if you are one of the few people that still has not taken advantage of our free class on Cambly, you can do that right now. All you have to do is go to cambly.com and use the referral code Inglés Nui Cru Podcast, or you can simply download the Cambly application on your phone and use the promo code Inglés Nui Cru Podcast. So visit cambly.com and get your first class for free with the native speaker. Okay guys, let's get on with the show. Hello, hey guys, welcome to another Ask Me Anything session. So today we have a question that I absolutely love. So this is a question about the SCHWA sound, son du SCHWA. So here is the question for today. Although I have learned about the schwa sound, I normally forget it when I'm trying to speak. What could you advise me? How can I train? So this is a really good question, and I'm not sure if I have a completely satisfying answer, and I might give you a little bit of tough love. So tough love is when we say what we really think, even if it might hurt your feelings a little bit. So apologies in advance. So without being too tough or too philosophical, here is my attempt to answer how I think you should approach the schwa. So in your question, you said that you have learned a lot about the schwa sound. So my first question would be, think about it very deeply. Do you really understand the schwa in a profound way? Because I truly believe that if you really have learned the schwa, not just learning about the schwa, then you should be able to produce the schwa automatically and totally naturally in conversation. So obviously this is kind of a radical view on the definition of learning and what it means to learn something, but I think it will be useful. So when thinking about learning, let's take an example that is not language. Let's take the example of guitar, because I am playing a lot of guitar now that my finger has healed. So I can learn everything about the guitar. I can learn all of the different chords. I can learn music theory. I can learn exactly where to put my fingers. But if I cannot play guitar in a natural way, if I cannot play the songs that I want to learn, then I haven't really learned anything. So, for example, recently I have been very interested in finger picking with guitar, so fingerstyle guitar, where you are using your right hand to individually pick the different strings. And this has been super, super difficult for me, and it's really embarrassing because sometimes I cannot play the most simple finger picking patterns that should be really, really easy for me. But if I have never moved my right hand in a certain way before, then a new pattern will be really, really difficult. So in this case, what do? I practice an extremely simple finger exercise for hours and hours, sometimes days or weeks. And after a lot of training, after sufficient practice, this new finger picking pattern that I was trying to learn, and I was struggling so much with it in the past, it's just easy. I can just do it automatically without thinking. And even the idea that it was difficult for me in the past seems crazy. So the point of this example is I think the exact same thing happens with language. If you really understand the SCHWA, if you have trained the SCHWA for hours and hours in conversation, if you can pronounce it perfectly 95% of the time, if you have analyzed conversations and dialogues to think about when native speakers use the SCHWA, how they use it, how does it sound like, how does it feel when you're using it, then you will probably be able to use the SCHWA totally naturally in conversation. If not, if you're still having difficulties with it, then it's probably a lack of training, to be brutally honest. So my recommendation would be to take a little bit more time or a lot more time to think about the SCHWA, think about it conceptually, explain it to yourself, record yourself explaining it, then explain it to other people, listen to native speakers in conversation, and think about when and how they are using it. Really, really analyze dialogues to hear the SCHWA and make it as natural and intuitive as possible. And after doing this kind of training, I am really, really certain that you will be able to produce it naturally in normal conversation. So my short answer is probably I'm trying to make the difference between learning about something and truly knowing something intuitively. And you really want to develop that intuition, that natural intuition. And the best way to develop that is simply with a lot of training and exposure. So great question. I hope I was not too hard on you because it really was a good question. But sometimes these things just take a lot of time and training and patience. Okay, thanks guys. I will see you guys soon in another Ask Me Anything session. Ciao.
Oi pessoal, espero que vocês tenham gostado de mais um episódio do Inglês Micro Rádio e eu tô aqui para falar uma coisa bem rapidinha. Sound School 4.0 vai reabrir já e você que está interessada no melhor curso de pronúncia especializado para brasileiros desse mundo, desse Brasilzão, vá lá no inglesmicro.com e inscreva-se já. E fique por dentro de todas as novidades e a data específica que nós vamos abrir, tá? Não come mosca. So, as always,
keep up the good fight and lose well.